What's up, mateys? This is 12. This is 12:35 in the midnight. Tonight is midnight today. There's gonna be about holidays for Thanksgiving Day. I got I got two stuffies in about 47 minutes. But then when I figure it out, so the turkey should be able to confirm whether they're about six to eight, but he knows, but I know it. So I still watching the Baywatch. I think my dad's loves to for the raw stuffing. I don't want to get any. Get some air outside. Let's just get coldy. Still quiet. This takes about two minutes ago. He just real surprised me. And I think it's about time. It's dark out there, all the way to the street and outside. Dark out at night. So how do you feel know that? And Frankie asking me, so when I had to get to rewatch this, is when I figuring that out. Like I said, it just when you don't, yeah, you get ruined the holidays of Thanksgiving's life. So if you don't want it to get to do, you don't want to do that. You don't want it to do that. So all people doesn't like to burning the stuffings, turkey and ham, including mashed potatoes, and that. It's just like the bigger than that, the vicious raccoon. So not here. So just at the banana section under the celery. All I know. Hopefully, when I came there. So it's gonna be hard. It could be their life is hard and the life is easy. I was gonna have to go back inside. Guess a call out there. That should be FX. That should be FX now. Baywatch there, 2017, 2 years since about the revelation, since about evolution here for last 10 years ago. I feel hate this for really guys. 10 years later. And Michelle, and Renee, Ariana, Benny, just came over into the house. Bella and Benny, and they are together about 10 years. Let's gonna watch this sit down here. Let's hang out, and let's hang out right there. I'm gonna tell you a story about same thing about 10 years ago, 10 years last, and the 10 years of quality for life. And since you were spending a night here, Renee, so you've been spending a night here, and Michelle. So try to what are you gonna do? So even thought about what happened. Even thought about what was happening for next. So even thought Ariana is my cousin. I was 14. she was at 19, so Ariana's gonna turning 30 years, 30. So she's gonna be about 30 years old until next year, until 2 months in January 2020. So this is exactly I have to supposed to do, and that's what I have to supposed to means. And Bella and Benny just hang upstairs at her room, and we're just having to walk around in there. I just walk around there about a couple of things, the steps for the exercise. So I've been at exercise in about 10 years. So I do about silver, and it's not the bronze, then the completely gold. Always do going out for jog, going out for the outdoor jogging, going out there for the indoor jogging in the treadmill. So going out to YMCA Fitness, this could be expensive. And that could be the tracks, weightlifting, weight machines, and boxing, and concluding 24-hour fitness. And they have the treadmills here for the cardiovascular centers, and which means I apparently what I had to supposed to do. But though I understand mom and dad, Bella and Frankie and Chris and Justin and Uncle Corey, Shanaimo and Nanimo, Josh. I mentioned him about whereabouts at about time. So he sends me what I had to the Kaka Talk, and I didn't send it to Josh to Happy Thanksgiving. So even thought it did a thought about you. It thought about multitude. The multitude characters that could be one of the decided to the real familyhood, brotherhood, sisterhood, and fatherhood, motherhood, and cousinhood. This is real life. So my hood, all this life, since you were there, and I record currently, I was there just neatly right along with me, and I can take care of my family or my friends. So wish I could have some things. Even though my mom was everlasting to she was listening to video stuff for her the Korean reactions. Her iPad was confusional ways. Even though Bella was thought of not listening to just not talking with the earphones. I've been taking earphones eyes when I talk to him, when I talk to her, when I talk to her, and when I talk to him. So always take my earphones on. So when I can't talk without the earphones on, but I can't help it. And but I don't understand why she gets when I get cooled down. So Frankie went to bed down there. So she gets tired. So if I need help him, so if it needs help, if it needs me to help, so feel free to help me together, guys. So work this out. So if you cook for a lot of get the toast, get the lots of bread, make a toast, celery, onions, cornbread, and mix a ramen in, mix a lot of in, and green peppers. God, some of those became the Thanksgiving stuff for Happy Meals. and that's gonna be a long cooking to do. So just like fall time of day. So when I worked at the Brookdale with Lloyd, and she was a good friend. So although Ryan was work out at the Brookdale about 4 years, that he quits, and he never worked anymore. He never worked in about 10 to 20 years. And all those are the good old people. Those are the good old people. So when I came down there at about Brookdale, all senior 65s through 75s. After that, thought about thought about Lloyd, what I supposed to did. Maybe Mr. Haynes, Miss Cowdell, Mrs. Graves, and Miss Bedlion, and she's a good community. She's a good teacher and community job. Good communicating for job teachers for opportunities. Then I thought about Miss Dar for Mr. Jeffers and Mr. Anderson, Mr. Gleason. Although for Emerald Ridge High Schools, when I worked to ceramics class, Miss Mallion, and Marine Resources, Mr. Hibbs, and ASL, could be Harsix, Mrs. Masson, and Mr. Knoll. Jared works in the classroom, so ASL for Mr. Knoll. That's his Nichols partner for 6 years ago when I saw her about senior prom night for Tacoma Art Museum, and I saw Jared, I saw Jake and Hannah, and when I hang out there for Alex, Brandon, David, he's a good contender friend, and so I have to see you for everybody else when I went to junior year to see, I was have been in a classroom with Mrs. Nair, Mrs. K, Miss Byer, Mrs. Owens, and Mrs. McQuilkin, Miss Tarver, Mrs. Dillon, and Miss Loudigan, Miss I'm gonna say Mrs. Welch, but Mrs. Osborne, and Miss I think Connor's a good friend, so he became the hunting season for the deers, elks, the bears, and wolves. However, he could be a hunter for everybody, so he can have his hunting license for great reason to for acceptable. Although Donovan was art and design with the fifth period with Miss Malin too, so for the junior period during the end of a junior year, so when I took home for after the graduation from class of 2013, that could be 6 years. So I thought I did could. So Jara was had a good opportunity here, and she graduating for graduating or transferred for the Pierce College. Justin graduated for last 2 years ago in 2018. She was communicated for the orchestra program for WSU. So although Carly was graduated from UW, I saw her about with a Facebook for about 8 years ago. When I've been joining the Facebooks about 8 years ago. Since my folks now, although I was communicating to her, I communicated to them, I communicated to him. So basically, it's about the advance the very hardest as I can, but I do care about my friend. But I do care about my life as a friend. So sometimes the life of the friend is so. This is far from future from my friends and my family. So, and those that have the far from future to Ridgecrest Elementary School. This is from about last 6 years. So far from future, number 2, the Fuji Junior High Schools for 3 years, and far from future from Emerald High Schools, number 3, and we're just working to the Mrs. Nyers and Miss Saint Canella, and I work in the Mrs. Alstead and Mrs. Schrader, Misty Height, and Miss Jennifer Gray, Kaisa, Micaiah, Sierra, Cody, Zach, Jordan, Jason, one of the good, excited friends. And then I work for the Senate. Haley works with me. Sandy. But I thought I decided to when I worked it to see everybody loves it. So it's 100%. And I didn't go to for the college, but I went to employment for the 2 years, far for future from the advanced program. I didn't go to the trade school, so Mr. Jeffers decides wanted to the 2-year quality for from the job site. One includes the Walmart there for a couple of months, days, weeks, a month, a year. But I got fired. For opportunity for keep my hands on it by preparation for observers for 10 years of mortgage. So I never had it. So they didn't banish me for a reason. So I got exit interview for I got rejected from Walmart's jobs for sad. This is sad. This is sad about the story of me. This is my revelation. So when I figure out, like she would have what it says, I believe in him. I believe in you. What you could. I misfortunes. I have to make understand for my balance. So I picked the Exported Goods Chris Middleton store manager's card, and I could have it to get a job. So interview, orientation, start work, and make it bank account, making about account numbers, routing numbers, and making it confirm to the job careers test with the Dick's Sporting Goods and footwear, part-time or full-time. So it was thought about works in the holidays through 7 days, which means I thought to make money. So my opportunities with Dick's Sporting Goods with the characters, and that things about following direction for the characters. Those deciders make themselves decisions to the good futures and the good part times with about 4 hours, and concluding full time at about 8-hour shift. That's totaled about 9 hours. Just like Walmart does, including Washington Tractor Parts with during the 2015, 2016 doing the job size. So I wanted to congratulate it for you guys who Mr. Gleason was retired from community jobs from Puyallup School District, and I miss Mr. Lowney for the principal there, former principal of Emerald Ridge, and he's still on Puyallup Vikings to principal here. John loves to the Vikings for the basketball. Sometimes good. So they needed to know about the doctor's appointments. So they're not disappointed. So just only an appointment. So there, I can make it understand for my balance. So I do the track and field for the first time during the senior years. So that was the last 6 years from 2014. So all those of you, what I thought is about, I can make it understand. So things we could two big stuffings in about 26 minutes. So could be cool down there. So please feel free to subscribe to my content. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or Ryan Cameras, Cocker Talk, Cocker Story. Like and commit to the links in the description. Don't forget the Tumblr here, and feel free to the likes. And so please subscribe on the Happy Thanksgiving thing. So feel free. Don't forget to keep it rich and meeting. See you tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's the holidays and Thanksgiving. Keep it rich and mateys.